Imagine the daughter of a sharecropper, Linda Brown from Prentice, Mississippi. Now imagine a civil rights leader, Silas McGee from Greenwood, Mississippi. Meeting in college. I guess opposites really do attract. While my mother says, yes, sir, and no, sir, my father says, I have my rights. Then there's me, Stephanie Brown from Greenwood, Mississippi. And while I say, yes, sir, and no, sir, out of respect for my elders, I say, I have my rights out of respect for myself. In 2018, I come across a poem, For the Woman Who by Brittany Latham. Now, I find this poem and it speaks to my heart and my spirit. The poem focuses on 22 women from all different backgrounds, going through all different things. And my first reaction to this poem was, oh my God, it pulled me through my laptop screen. My second, third, and fourth reactions was, I know somebody going through that. And my fifth reaction, there's a story somewhere in there. You see, I'm a collection of creativity that my parents never considered. A share of stories, if you will. My stories are meant to educate, entertain, engage, and encourage. I call it E squared. I'm so enamored by this poem, For the Woman Who, that I seek out Brittany Latham, and I find her. Where else? On Facebook. We become friends, and with her permission, I create a one-woman show called She Is Me. I create 22 monologues that one woman will embody, all based on Brittany's poem. For the woman whose husband makes an extra stop every night before coming home. For the woman whose husband never made it home from overseas. And for the woman who leads from the front, but is dying inside. You see, I connect to some of these women. And for some of the others, I feel for them. And that is why I created my one-woman show, She Is Me. Take a journey with me. Imagine a 17-year-old woman who has the world at her fingertips. College acceptance letters, scholarships, National Honor Society. She could do no wrong. But there is this one time. They say it's easier to walk past the door of temptation than to walk back through it. And it will call out to you. It says, come see me. Come feel me. Come hear me. This young woman, she takes that step, and yes, it is harder to walk back through it. Fast forward, and she has a decision to make. What seems to be the best decision at the time leaves a gaping hole in her heart. And she thinks of you every single day. And she misses you. She misses your first step, your first words, your first day at school. She misses it all. And as punishment, she is surrounded by friends and families who all get to share in these moments. She's riddled with guilt, doubt, and insecurity. Now, she has a major shift in her life. She turns 40, and her body starts to change. And that's when she realizes that everything happens as it should. Everything. And with the strength of her higher power, she finds it in her heart to forgive herself. She finds forgiveness in knowing that there are no mistakes. For the woman who forgives herself for the choice she made years ago. Imagine a 22-year-old woman who stays strong for her friends, for her family, because they depend on her. And when she's by herself, all alone, she feels nothing but her pain. That is all she has. When everybody disappears, all she's left with is her pain. She's sinking into that dark abyss, and this pain is gripping her, and she so desperately wants it to end. So desperately that she walks 4 miles to a hotel, only stopping to get her sleeping pills and her bottle of vodka with no orange juice. She barricades herself in a room, and she swallows and swallows until the burning brew is radiating inside out. She awakens in a hospital room with the doctor telling her it's a nervous breakdown. She's not sure if it's her mother's illness, her father's absence, or her stepfather's abandonment. But she breaks. Now fast forward to this same woman who battles with the fact that she needs medication to adjust her brain's chemistry. She's no different than any other person who has high blood pressure or diabetes. She needs her medication to maintain her life. And so with the strength of her higher being, she finally finds it within herself to accept her mental illness. She has decided to live her best life. And if it takes a prescription to do it, then so be it. Now imagine a 40-year-old woman who spends 10 years in love with a job, her career. Then she spends the next 10 years out of love with her job, her career. Weeping indoors, but she's looking for her morning, and she finds it in a new city, a new state, a whole new world. She finds love again. And although she had to leave a lot of people behind, she understands that everyone can't come with her. She knows she has to leave some people behind because they just can't take the journey with her. It's hers and hers alone. And so what if they don't understand? So what if they can't understand why she's leaving a job after 20 years? It's time she lives on purpose. It's time she does her. That is what she does. For the woman who leaves her whole world behind to find the world she is meant to have. I created She Is Me based on a poem. And it's for the woman who, you fill in that blank with anything that resonates with you. But for me, that 17, that 22, and that 40-year-old woman, she is me. I have forgiven myself. I have accepted who I am. And I am empowered to be who I should be. And I am that woman that cries in the shower so no one sees. And just because I cry doesn't mean that I can't handle it. Now, I want to leave something with you, because I believe the Bible is for teaching, not preaching. David, the king of Israel, went on to be a magnificent leader after hiding from Saul, running from Saul, and fighting many nations. He was a magnificent leader. And it says in 2 Samuel 5:10, David went on and grew great because the Lord God of hosts was with him. So this is what I want to leave you. You take David's name out and put your name in. And Stephanie went on and grows great because her higher power is with her. Now you do it. And your name goes on and grows great because your higher power is with you. And your name is great because you have your higher power with you. That's your mantra. That's your message. That's your motto. I'm Stephanie Brown. Thank you.